woman raising her hand. Yes, up in the balcony.
So I heard that I-99 and I-5, that intersection when they were built by Caltrans was actually, I heard it was actually in some to sort of segregate the park from the rest of the city. Or maybe it wasn't, I don't know, maybe it was just like these those kind of games about segregation. I was wondering if it's works for that.
I'm not sure if we'll ever know whether it was intentional or not, but it's a common outcome that it just happens to be a convenient route that walls off the low-income neighborhoods from wealthier neighborhoods nearby. So it certainly had that effect, and even if it wasn't intentional, perhaps it was thoughtless. So I think that has happened entirely too many times. Yes. Speak up a little bit.
My wife and I live in North Park, like right on White Street, and we love it. And we do gardening in our backyard. And sometimes we'll find we found 2 porcelain flying legs and old corn birds, old farm men. My wife and I died in 1960, and our house was built in 1940. But I did have a question. When for sewer projects, does Park ever have septic tanks?
Yes. Good question. They had sewer tanks up until the post-annexation sewer lines were constructed, and that was a major motivation for annexation. But I don't know the exact timing of when all of those sewers were put in, so they obviously couldn't make them happen all at once, and meanwhile development was ongoing. You might be able to visit your friendly local Center for Sacramento History and use some of the public works records that they have to research that exact question.
You know, I just wanted to point out, you have a classic picture of a place that's no longer there. It's Joe Davis. He was a entrepreneur that had a location who brought his store to Oak Park to try and keep business there, who also had a men's fashion store on J Street. Joe's Style Shop. It's right there.
And what was what do you estimate was the time when his shop appeared in Oak Park?
It was way in around the early 60s.
Thank you.
And he stayed there even after the Panther Party was across the street. He was still there. Joe didn't leave. Joe wasn't going nowhere.
Joe did not leave until I think he became ill and turned his shop over to his son.
Joe stayed right in that spot right there until like mid to late 70s. He moved to 10th and J and about 78, 79. He was there until he passed away. Joe's Style Shop building is still on the J.
And I think some of these connections, again, between different parts of the city could really be played up in a more extensive driving tour. And it helps people to understand that what happens in one neighborhood affects what happens in the rest of the city. And that therefore, the sort of psychological barriers or the physical barriers that were alluded to with the freeways are, in some respects, illusory in that, again, we're all in it together. Yes, Al.
I just want to say that Joe Davis was a shop that was in downtown Sacramento, and he sent one of his associates, Joe Ferraci, out here to open the store with the name Joe Davis. But Joe Davis was never in that store or operating it. And then he left, Joe Ferraci left that and went downtown to open Joe's Style Shop downtown. But that was the difference between Joe Ferraci and Joe Davis.
That's right. I can also say that Buzz Oaks had a shop there. Now, there's no reference made to Buzz Oaks, and we all know Buzz Oaks, he owns most of Sacramento. But he started on 35th Street with a small shop, jewelry store that I frequently went to.
Corey, and thank you for mentioning that. I actually spent some time looking at the various city directories and tracing exactly where Buzz Oates' shop was. And I did that really early on and then kind of lost track of it, so thank you for reminding me about that because obviously that's a big name in Sacramento history, and it would be good to bring that back into the story. Yeah.
You mentioned a guy, I saw his picture named Sal. I
Yes.
didn't remember his last name, but I remember him on the corner in Oak Park. Matter of fact, he started me out with my art when I was real young. I used to go and have class over there, and he helped me out a great deal. And I heard you say his widow. I didn't even know he was dead, but I guess he should be.
There she is. Ms. Summer, put up your hand.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, okay, all right.
To make the tour more accessible to young people, do you have any plans on putting an iPod or an iPhone in?
I have had various discussions with students, about using more contemporary technology like that, and yes, so that would be lovely to have that happen, and I'm aware that that would make it more accessible to younger folks. So thank you for reminding me of that. Yeah.
The tour is downloadable from the Center for Sacramento website. So that's another access.
So if they could see it on a small screen, for example, the print, I don't know, we could try it. Thanks, Marcia. Yes.
Rob, I just want to thank you. I have so many personal memories that on that street right there. I grew up on the street, and I think you've done a very comforting job. And not to be able to cover everything, that's for sure. But as far as the basic walking tour, I think this is great.
Thank you all. There's time to meet and greet and leave your names with me, with the people from the Center for Sacramento History. As you heard, Marcia's interested particularly in images people might have. And go out and take the walking tour. Thanks again.